Even though you woke up today, you're not promised to live out the rest of this day. So if all you have is right now, the question that should be asked is, what are you doing with your right now?
You are now listening to the Highlight Reel Builder for Authors, the Going North podcast. I'm your host, certified self-leadership trainer and author of the best-selling book, Stay the Course, Dom Brightman. And you're going to be getting some goodies today from the guest that's up next. And today on the Highlight Reel Builder for Authors, known as GMP, the great, glorious, and glamorous, it's the Going North podcast, baby. That's right. And earlier this year, the year where the millennium took a little swig, if not drank the whole keg, known as 2021, we had one heck of a freaking inspirational cipher, so to speak, with some wonderful gentlemen who is helping out so many folks in their communities all over the country and soon to be all over the freaking globe, man. And my man who's spearheading it is back in the building with volume 2 in less than 6 months, baby. That's right. So man is a man of action. He knows how to go get it and beyond. So let's give it up for my man right over here, Chip Baker. How you doing, my man, Chip?
Dom, what's going on, baby? Man, just so grateful, thankful for your support, so thankful for you having us on. And it's always a good time when we can get together with you, man. So thanks so much for having us on your platform.
Oh, yeah, man. Y'all rocked the house last time, man. I'm like, God dang, we got to do this again, baby. That's
yes,
right.
Sir.
Like folks got to leave something in the offering plate and buy thousands of copies of this book, man. I'm telling you.
Amen. Amen, brother.
That's right. And speaking of leave something in the offering plate, we got the pastor of the TIOI cipher back in the building, Darius Bradley, man. How you been holding up, man?
Man, nothing but love and blessings, brother Dom. How you making out, man?
Man, I'm doing good, man. The chocolate's still young and strong, man. I'm telling you, got to spread it everywhere.
That's the Dom I know, man. That's the Dom I know, man. But nothing but love and blessings, man. Our gratitude and our love and respect goes well beyond verbal expression, man, for you sharing your platform with the brotherhood and your audience, man. Nothing but love. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's a blessing to be here tonight, man.
Yes, indeed, baby. That's what I'm talking about. And the good thing about Chip is, my man is bringing the whole freaking team with him, baby, because he got somebody new with this cipher indeed. My man, the AAA himself. So mind introduce yourself to the wonderful globe, André.
I'm André, Mr. Bounce Back Amateur, and I'm so excited to be here. I've been waiting to say this, and Chip knows it. I'm a first-time published author, and I'm a #1 best-selling author in one day.
Woo!
Let's go.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
That's right, indeed. Let's go, baby. That's right. Let's go with this. So my man Chip is back for volume 2 and even brought some more brothers along, man. So, like, what led to doing volume 2? Like, is there a set number you're going for with this whole wonderful project you're doing, man?
No, really no set number. I just, know that I'm blessed and fortunate to be connected with some amazing people, right? And so, just wanted to bring some of those people. Well, let me back up. Those people inspire and motivate me, right? And so I'm just truly grateful to bring some of them together to share their stories. I truly like the guys in the books, like I really follow them, and I really follow their movements and watch and I'm inspired by them. And so I know without a shadow of a doubt that us coming together, it's going to be a blessing, more of a blessing to so many people by them sharing their stories.
Yeah, man. Yes, indeed. So my goodness, so you said something powerful about sharing stories, man, and stories are really what keep us alive, going, and well, man. So with stories and really allowing other folks, especially men, especially like men nowadays that need it more than ever, a platform to share their stories. Like, what's
Mhm.
probably been the biggest benefit of sharing your stories, or heck, even hearing a story shared by somebody else?
You know,
Anybody can answer too, by the way.
let me jump in there on that, man. You know, Dom, it's been crazy to be able to travel and see, I don't know, the impact that it's making. You know, and you were part of that too. You know, when we did the East Coast tour, you know, you came out to Maryland to visit us on the tour, to support us and show us some love. I'm truly grateful for that. So you were in the building to see some of the people that were there, how it's impacted, man. Like, and I was just reflecting on like going to certain places and having people, oh man, just having people, uh, say some of the things that's in the book to you, or like kids waiting in line to get the autographed book, like just things like that. And so in striving to make an impact, man, it's impacted us in such an amazing way. And so again, man, just truly grateful for the opportunity to do it. And it makes me excited and motivates me to do it even more.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. How about my man Andre? I know my man's got something cooking.
Man, this journey is not over. First, let me say it like that. It just began. It didn't hit me until we did the first book of Zion. Chip, though, it gut punched me in a good way. Like, cause I told you when I first started this, man, I said I was so uncomfortable, but you got to be uncomfortable to be comfortable. So I was like, man, yeah, I'm sitting down there, and it hit me at that moment when I was sitting there. I was like, okay, wait a minute, this is real. Like, this is a printed copy. People are sitting here listening to you talk and thank you, or once you come do different things. And I was like, man, just see it. I mean, say it and you write it and you read your own story, or you read one other brother's story and you sitting there just like this, like, oh man, for real. And then somebody else read it and call you and say, hey, oh man, listen, we have a meeting. You know what I mean? I'm like, let's go. Let's do it. So it's yeah, it's wonderful. It's wonderful for sure.
Man, I'm gonna jump on in that too, brother Don, man. Just as brother Andre, brother Chip expressed, man, this is truly a divine connection. A brotherhood that will forever be.
Yeah.
We have had the opportunity not only to find the strength and courage, and notice I said find it, not build it, but find the strength and courage because it was already there. We bury that what worry, we bury that what anxiety, we bury that what stress, we bury that whatever the emotions are that we are burying those feelings with. But when you have a brotherhood that starts to help you to uncover what you already have, you have the strength, it's just covered up. You have the courage, it's just covered up. You have the endurance and the tenacity, it's just covered up with some interruptions. And what this huddle has enabled us all to do, man, truly, the impact of influence isn't just the title, it's truly a lifestyle. Brother Dom, you're living it. Brother Andre is living it, brother Chip, we're all living it, right? And so this book has enabled us all to build upon the momentum that we already was traveling upon and with. And so I say that, all of us have experienced hardships that could have absolutely encouraged us to stop right there. Stop right there. Justifiable reasons to stop right where we stand and tap out and quit. And no one can question that because we have a solidified reason why we should. Brother Andre, had how many strokes did you have?
3.
3 strokes. I know people who almost had a stroke and they're not talking, they're not walking, they're not almost. Okay. They had things that happened that led up to them almost having a stroke. My brother had 3 of them, and he's sitting on his platform tonight, sharing in discussion with us about a celebratory moment. But the biggest deal is that his heart is still beating. His eyes are still open, and he's still breathing. That's the influence, right? That's the impact right there. My brother Chip, the adversities that he had to go through, the challenges that he was faced with, but the people he was in the huddle with encouraged him to take that ball and run it anyway. And so when we all can come from, individual hardships and form a team that calls a play in this huddle, even if we have to call it audible, because the defense can recognize the offense at times, and they can switch it up and have your number. But man, they don't know who they playing. They don't know the team that they're playing against. Dom, brother Dom, they don't know who they're playing. Listen, even if we don't switch the play, we're so unconditional, we're going to run it anyway. We're going to run it anyway. And that's what the impact of influence is all about, man. We ran the play anyway. And the defense knew exactly what the play was that we were running. But we chose to still move the chains. We chose to still not just show up on game day, but to practice even harder in practice. To practice even harder in practice. Not just show up to practice, but to practice even harder. And what I mean by that, Brother Dom, is doing the things that the coaches don't tell you to do, and the things that they're telling you to do, they're now having to tell you to slow down and take a break. Slow down and take, coach, you told me to run this, but just because you're telling me to run it, don't mean I'm gonna run it to the capacity you're telling me. I'm gonna go beyond that because I have the capacity to pour in more. And for me, the book not only gave me an opportunity to contribute my contrast, but it also blessed me and provoked me and pushed me in a righteous way. Because after him, my 2 brothers at the bottom of the screen tell their story, live their story, narrate their story, illustrate their story, they were pushing me. My brother had 3 strokes. Go, Darius, what's your excuse? My brother Chip had to jump over these. Darius, what's your excuse? My brother Dom had, Darius, what's your excuse? So when I look to the left, when I look to the right, when I look up, down, wherever I look, I see one of my brothers who have a reason and a justifiable cause to tap out and give up, but they chose not to. So how can I? And that's what this book is all about, man. Continue to push forward motion no matter what, because we can.
Man, amen to that, man. Amen to that, dude. My man is preaching, baby. My man's bringing that heat, baby. Yes, indeed, man. I'm telling you, that heat stay hotter than fish grease, man. I'm telling you, man.
Run it down.
Yeah, man. Just powerful, man. Powerful guys. I know that's just really an example of the caliber of men that's in the impact of influence. And, it's just, that's just a little taste of what you get from all of the men that have grown through their go through in their life and, taking the blessings from the lessons. Now they're using those blessings to be a blessing to others, right? And they all give unconditionally. They all give with pure intentions and pure hearted. They just go above and beyond to help others, man. And it's so great to be connected with men like that. And the word grateful continues to come up for me because I'm truly grateful that like these men have chosen to be on the team with me, right? Just like he said, we're in the huddle, we hitting you with the deep ball. Like we hit you like, it's okay, line up to it. We don't hit you with the deep ball. You're right. Let's go. So that's what it's been, man. It's been a great journey.
Heck yeah, man. And even my man André going through 3 strokes, my goodness, man. And still alive and well today, man. Like, dude, Like, mind going a little deeper into that for the folks listening, man, about, my goodness, like bouncing back. Like, you really earned the hashtag and title, Mr. Bounce Back, baby.
Man, first of all, thank you for saying that. We had a conversation the other day, or maybe a while back, about how your family sees that happen, and then you're the kickstand to the family. So they're like, okay, what do we do now? And to see me do that, like, I'll quick take a quick story. So the doctors told me on this last stroke, that's why I say the last stroke, that I was gonna be in a walker. I was like, yeah, okay, but you don't know me, so I have to show you. So I went to the doctor today, and she's like, I'm not saying she was trying to find something, but she couldn't find nothing. So she was like, what are you, like, not what are you doing, like questioning it, but she was just saying, she can see how deep I'm going with my health. She can see how deep I'm going to showing other people, like, it can be done. I'm like, you can come over, you can get over the hurdles. I mean, like, like Darius said, you caught the huddle, you gotta call the huddle ready. I mean, once you get hit, because I've been trucked. I played the position where I got trucked. And getting trucked ain't fun. Because you can't go left or right. It's just, you're going straight down. So what you going to do? And once you get down there, okay, get back up. See, the hit don't hurt. The hurt comes from you not going to get up. And so I just pick the ball up every time. I just picked it up and just said, I'm resilient. So like survival in my DNA, but I'm resilient. I'm ridiculous with it. I mean, I'm just, yeah. Yeah. Chip, listen, me and Chip just hung out this weekend. He know we had so much fun. It was It was yeah. That's all I can say. I'm trying to say
Great time, man. It was a great time in South Carolina, man, and just to see the support and the love there. Like I said, anything I do, like I know that it ain't about me, right? And so just to be in the building, to see, like when we did the volume 1, just to see like the response of Darius' family, just being in South Carolina, seeing like, Andre's family, the response to it, and the support there from the community. And that's what it's about, man. Like it's about, pouring into and striving to be a blessing for others. And just, man, I just enjoy sitting back and watching and checking out the excitement, just like it blesses my heart, man, to see that. And also it makes me strive to work harder. And I shared this with Darius, when we were, writing, we would, talk about, putting our chapters together, and man, we're tired, we're involved in this, but man, I got to go get it done so that Darius family can eat, man. Like if I don't do what I'm supposed to do, like my guys, they family don't eat. And so like I don't think about, hey, Chip, like, hey, I put it in the perspective, like, man, I got people counting on me. So I got to make sure that I come through in a major way, man. Make the play. Give me the rock. Let's go. And so that's what it's about for me. And being able to do that, man, like I said, it just makes my heart happy to see the families respond to it, how they just love it. And I'll share this with you. I hadn't even told André this, but like, man, we were at the book tour just this weekend, right? And man, André and his wife and his family, they had a beautiful setting for us. Mike, and we did like talked about the experience, and we did some question and answer. And André is like sharing his story, and I'm just looking at his wife, right? Like I hadn't even told him this, so I'm just looking at his wife, right? And I'm watching her like watch him with just so much pride, and and taking in like the things that they have gone through, with their journey, and the things that I'm just sitting there watching her like, like she's just in awe, like it was crazy, man. And I'm like, man, this is amazing. Like this is what it's about. And so, man, I'm just again grateful to be in position, grateful for those guys to believe in me, to be a part of it.
Man, oh man. So much power right there, man. And it's really
Yeah.
a powerful thing, like being, heck, even like you and Darius said, like being in that huddle and just really being men of influence. Like Andre said, man, you got to be ridiculously resilient, man, especially nowadays, man, where it seems like brick by brick stuff just keeps happening, keep toppling on the top of us, man. And heck, even just finding that strength to keep going. So, what helps you to really keep going, especially in times like these where you really have to put food on the table, where they're really putting the weed on the prices of everything nowadays?
For me, I do it for my last name. I do it to dig into history. So when I leave, my grandkids can say, okay, I'm a part of greatness. I know what greatness looks like. Because growing up, you don't see it. So it's not there. I'm not saying it's not there for anybody, but it may be. But when you show it and you show that, and then you have history behind that, then they can go back and see it from a video, because now it's about videos, and now it's a book for me. I mean, a real life piece of history was placed in their hands, or their grandfather or however, for me, and they can say, "Oh man, wow, this how it's done." Like we was talking this weekend, I was telling everybody like it's not about money. I mean, we want to make money, but this is figuring out how to do it and be successful in it, and that's my key for me. I actually do it for my last name. I do it to leave those marks there. So like for example, Martin Luther King died in 1968, right? Okay, you still talk about him to this day. That's history. That's a legacy left that you. Years gone, it's still going to be, that history is going to be there. So that's kind of impact I'm leaving is like that for myself, for sure.
And that's powerful, man. And I'm listening to you, man. And I'm like, my heart, I'm telling y'all, I don't know if y'all should be able to see it bouncing through this daggone sweatshirt, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't lying to you, man, because, I'm so, as I'm listening, guys, I'm in prayer. My hands are, I'm squeezing them so tight in prayer right now, because I'm thanking our Heavenly Father for just blessing us to be here right now in this moment. Like, we've all been faced with some great adversities, man. And I'm not saying listen, whatever it is that you're going through, if it's causing you pain in your life, that's a true pain. You know what I'm saying? It's a true pain. I'm just so grateful to God that he left my brother André here so his grandkids can see, so his kids can see, so his wife can see. You know what I'm saying? So we can come together in this huddle, and all of us see together. I'm so grateful that, through my brother Chip Baker's discipline, from a young kid. I just go back. I love the story. I'm not going to tell it because I'm going to mess it up, but I love it. He have a story in volume 1 that he talk about, going down to the, laundromat with his mother and his sister and the gentleman who owned the laundromat, just the influence that he was in Chip's life. And it's so, I don't want to just say about that, because I know it's so many other influences that he have in his life. So I don't want to steal away from anyone else, but that's just one of those stories that kind of stick out to me. That was one of the people who were in Chip's life where, when you're driving and, you're going to 2-4 to the left, 2-4 to the right, 2-4 to the left, you hear that do, 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 do. And it's remind you those little, things, that the reflectors that are on the road that are telling you, hey, listen, you're getting out of line. You're going out of the margin. That gentleman was one of those reflectors for Chip and his life that was telling Chip, hey, man, you're going too far to the right. Hey, man, you're going too far to the left. Okay, you're right there in the center. And Chip didn't have to choose to stay there. But look what his discipline led up to. Look at the team. Look, because of the disciplines. This is one of those moments in time that Andre's grandkids will be able to see. My grandfather did it. It's bigger than the book. Faith. I hear so many people say it. I have faith. I have faith. How come this isn't happening? I have faith. I'm praying. Listen, man, faith is an action word. It's a reminder that you're going to have to do something to get what it is that it's there. The prayers has been answered. Now, what are you going to do to do your part to go ahead on and manifest that prayer? because it's there. So it was some disciplines. The doctors did what they had to do. The medication was there. But what if Brother André didn't do the physical therapy? What if Brother André didn't, believe and activate that belief? What if he gave up? It took some discipline. Probably had to switch up his diet. Probably can't eat some of the favorite foods that he was accustomed to eat. You know how hard that is to give up? I'm telling you right now. I know. I've been trying to lose this 30 that I lost 50 times. I was successful for about a year or something, and I was 30 came back and brought 10 with him. And I'm like, man, and I know why, because of the disciplines that I'm not exercising. See, we can know what it is that we need to do, but we'd rather talk about it. And the only thing that comes from wanting something is a conversation. That's the only thing comes from wanting something. But when your want turns into a must, you survive 3 times. When your want turns into a must, you go from the laundromat to multiple best-selling author and bringing many brothers along with you. You're impacting the universe righteously. The way that, listen, success to me is doing everything that God woke me up to do this day. I can't get anxious about tomorrow. It isn't here yet. So anxiety, you can miss me with that. Worrying, I'm not worrying about the past anymore. I've done that. I've done it. I've touched it. I can't go back to being 5. I can't go back to being 6, but I can reflect upon that time. But listen, I'm focusing on being 44 right now, because the 45-year-old in me is dependent on what this 44-year-old is doing right now. What am I going to do right now? How am I going to be an impact of influence for the 45-year-old that's inside of me? Because he's going to have to be a daddy to my 11-year-old, and then my 23-year-old, and then my 15-year-old, who are now 22, 14, and 10. So if this guy isn't getting it together today, tomorrow Darius is going to be unsuccessful. He's going to be right here where I am today. Even though today is great, what I'm doing today won't hold up for tomorrow. I'm going to have to go beyond that of which I'm doing today, so tomorrow can be even better in my finances, even better in my health, even better in my mental, my spiritual, even better, because like Brother Chip said, when he does everything with the knowing that it's not about him. And when we can all get to a place where we know that it's all about us, but not about us, we'll continue to push the envelope. We'll continue to go further than we've ever been before. We have to become someone we've never been in order to do things that we've never done. And that's what knowing that it's not all about you, but it's all about you, is all about. It's all about. It was all about Darius completing that chapter when my brother passed away. So I can do it for those, because I know it's not all about me. You see what I'm saying? I had to finish the chapter. That was all on me. But Darius, your brother just died. Darius, your daughter's on life support fighting for her life. Darius, you have so many troubles. Listen, God said, if I gave it to you, I will never give you more than you can bear. But I'm going to give you all that you can bear. Whoo! I am not going to give you more than you can bear, but I'm going to give you all that you can bear. So when we're thinking that it's too heavy, God's saying, do you know who I am? Is it too heavy for me? I gave it to you. Life support with your daughter. I gave it to you. Separation from your brother. I gave it to you. Losing your dad at 15. I gave it to you. Trials and tribulations. Those muscles that you're flexing up on spiritually, thank me for that, because I put you on that piece of equipment in the gym that you kept running from. See, that's the pain, guys. The pain that we're running from houses our gift. And when I say this, I say it so passionately, and I say it all the time because I experienced it. The pain houses our gift, guys. We're going to have to dissect our pain. And once we dissect our pain, we take our right and our left and we dig inside of it. And when we dig inside of there, we're going to feel something. That's that gift. And when we pull that gift out, we receive the blessing. But when we share that gift, we become the blessing. We become the very thing that we received once we share it. Every chapter in this book was a gift to each and every one of us. And when we decided to share this gift, the impact of influence, we became the blessing and we became the gift that God has given to us. And if we do not serve that unconditionally, transparently, organically, not only will we be cheating ourselves, but we will be missing out on being the very thing that God created us to be.
Come on, man.
Woo!
Hey,
Hey, I got the 5% on, man.
hey, hold on, man. I'm like in church, man. I had to look at my pocket square. I look at it again. I pull it out, throw it at him. Come on, boy. Man. Give him a sound effect.
Right back at you.
Man, let's go. Let's go, man.
Man, oh man. Yes, indeed, man. The DB himself, baby. My man, there's so many jewels, man. So many jewels, man. Like that, like the Darius of 44 gotta be taking care of the Darius of 45 in advance, man. Like that's just the power of really decision making now and really thinking about the future and not just too far in the future, like 10, 20 years, even though that's good, but just like the year after. Like, are you gonna be taking good care of yourself now? So the you a year from now will be thankful for it, man. So my goodness, like, dude, like that's powerful, man. And just the discipline, like, yeah, yeah, I can feel your pain about the weight, man. Like that yo-yo swag ain't fun at all, man. Like you gain 30 pounds out of nowhere, like, all right, drop them, oh shoot, they back and they a little stronger. Darn it, this ain't the resiliency we were talking about here. Why are y'all coming back?
You know it, brother. You know it. And look, I have to take ownership of that too, man. I know what it is. Them late bluebell nights, man.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yes indeed. So this is far from the first rodeo for all three of you on this wonderful tour of guesting on shows and really just sharing the good word of the impact of influence and how folks can be a better influence in their community. So is there a question, and all three of you can give a separate answer, it's all good. Is there a question that you wish you'd be asked more often?
Man, that's a good question.
Yeah, it is.
That's a really good question. Man, for me, I don't have one because really I'm just grateful to be here. You know, so like I tell some people, man, like it still surprises me. Like he was talking about the tour, like we hit number 1 in 13 categories on volume 2. You know, like I didn't know any authors growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to me, like really, I'm just thankful for the opportunity to be doing this. Like I'm thankful for the fact that people would just like people are listening. You know, like people are really reading the book. Like they are really buying the books. That's crazy, you know. So for me, like I'm just blown out of the water on all of it, the experience, just being present in the moment and really enjoying the experience because you know your presence is the present. All right. And so for me, this gift, I'm striving to be in the moment of everything what we're blessed to do, because I know that it could be taken away, like it could not be happening, and so I'm just grateful for the opportunity to and that's my word, that's my theme for the day. It's grateful, man. I'm just grateful for it all.
Let me see. I honestly don't have one. If it was to be, don't be afraid to ask a question. Right? Don't be afraid to ask whatever that is. It's not a particular one. You just don't be afraid to come talk to us or understand or understand what this process is. Like, I realized today, like, this book is going to continue to sell no matter what. It's just going to do what it do no matter what. It could be 20 years from now, it's still going to be relevant to somebody somewhere. Like, so I don't think there's a question that I want to ask or to answer. We're going to get so many different strange ones because you have so many powerful men. And there's, like, you know, this is my first one, but I'm like, the price where we charge and the value that's in it is way heavier. Like, you're getting a discount off the top. If you really check it, you're getting a discount off the top. So you should be donating a little more than that, though. Once you see that, now I ain't saying monetary, but donate something to yourself to say, okay, this is worth it. Like I would go there, honestly, yeah.
That's deep. That's deep, man. You know, just to piggyback and echo on, you know, what both of my brothers have expressed, man, you know, gratitude. And, you know, just know that this isn't just entertainment, that you're going to get some true value from this. And so, you know, the question, I would say, you know, don't ask me the question, ask you the question. Like, don't see my story, find God in there and how he can help you with your story. Like, what is your turbulence? Look at what it is that we're writing about, but know that it's just a lifeline. And it's your life on the end of our line, because each chapter of this book make up that line that's saving that life, that's encouraging that life, that's catapulting that life. So the very question that you're asking me, the answer lives within you, because you need to be finding you inside of me. And therefore, don't just ask the question, but take action from whatever it is being asked. Because if you're just asking but not doing, then you're always going to stay right there where you are, even after I give you my answer. It's my answer. And what I did led up to me giving you my answer. Now, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Who's depending on you to get there? Who's depending on you to go get it? And whose life are you going to be the impact of influence to? Because this book isn't just about receiving, but indeed this book is about reciprocity. This book is a promise that you can express reciprocity. Reciprocity, giving back more than what you receive. And I'm not just talking about the tangibles. I'm talking about the intangibles. Guys, listen, it's that dash in the middle. No one knows how many tomorrows remains for any of us. So what are you going to do with the energy that you are right now? Not the energy that you have, the energy that you are here on this earth. Even though you woke up today, you're not promised to live out the rest of this day. So if all you have is right now, the question that should be asked is, what are you doing with your right now? Put it into action. He gave you the breath in your lungs. He opened your eyes up this morning. Your heart is still beating. What are you going to do?
Amen to that. Amen to that. Amen to that indeed. That's right. And funny enough, that actually reminded me of one of the questions that popped into my head earlier, is the fact that really it can be hard for some people just to put that pen to paper, just to get a paragraph, let alone a page on of really just putting the story out there, especially with us guys like to keep it all inside and try to find other outlets, but writing may not always be that outlet. So what helped you to really find the courage and the confidence to finally put pen to paper and actually share a piece of your story in this wonderful book?
For me, having the memories was easy. Starting to write was hard, because you had to structure what that is and what comes first and what comes second. And then, like, me and Chip laughed about this. I called him up and said, man, I got 4,000 words. He said, that's what happens. You say, you know, you only need 2,500, but he said, but that's what happens once you start. You know what I mean? I think the process is the start. For me, it was. Like, once I got started, I had 100 questions beforehand. But until I put that first word there, first letter, that first one is when it started to flow. I caught a rhythm. And once that rhythm was going, it was going. I mean, I still write to this day. So that, you know, I feel like to me, this upgraded me before I knew I was upgraded, if that makes sense. Like, I was like, okay. I was like, wait a minute, this is. So for me, the starting it is the hardest part. It was for me. It's putting that first piece of history or trauma or whatever that is, you know, at that moment down. I mean, and so once you jump, I mean, it's not gonna be easy, but you gotta jump. That's, you know, you have to. Like, that's the only way to get done. I think Darius said the best. We all encompass something, right? But you gotta do it. That's the catch. You gotta do it. Like, it's not a left side, it's not a right side, it's right in front of you. It's like, I think the song "Man in the Mirror" by Michael Jackson. You gotta look at you, and you gotta say, okay, what you gonna do? Like, I told the story this weekend about same in time. Something gonna happen. One thing we know for sure: can't get time back, but you can't do the same thing every day until you change it.
Love it.
That's why they call me Silent Power.
Man. I love that, man. You know what I'm saying? I love that. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I prayed on this. I prayed on writing a book with Brother Chip way before I actually, you know, had the opportunity to do so. So manifestation is a real thing. You know, prayers are a real thing, especially when you put it into action. You know, I had built that relationship with Chip. Chip know my character. I know Chip's character. And so that's how the opportunity came to me. It just wasn't by chance. You know, the alignment was already there. The connection had already been made. The conversations that we had, you know, early on, you know, the meeting places that we met up together, you know, just the little things, seeing what's going on in his life. He's seeing what's going. Guys, listen, everything that happens for a reason. What am I going to write about? God is going to give you the contrast. God is going to give you the contrast. Guys, I promise you, God is going to give you the challenges. God is going to give you the pain. Don't just receive the pain and not, you know, get anything out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, get something from whatever the experiences are in your life that you're getting, guys. Listen, and that's when you'll realize that you are the author of your book, okay? You're telling a story every day. Some people don't even want to hear it, and you're telling the same story every day, and now it's time to put it down, and I can't write. You can write. You've just been writing differently. You've just been writing every day that you walk, you talk, you move, you sit, you stay. Listen, you are writing. You are a walking book. You are a walking illustration. I prayed on doing a book with Brother Chip, didn't even tell him about it. And when I received a phone call from him, couldn't even give him a chance to finish what it was he was asking me. And I'm yelling on the phone. I'm crying like a baby. I'm pulling over the people driving next to me, wondering what in the crap is going on with this grown man driving down Highway 6, crying, clapping his hands. I had to pull over in the Walmart parking lot because I was shaking so bad because I love this guy so much, man. I don't think, you know, it's ineffable. You can't explain, describe, and or perfectly illustrate the energy that Chip really is, truly is. And I give credit to his mother, you know, because I know it's a reflection of her, you know, and that's not to steal anything from his sister and everyone else who's in his life, but I know how Chip loved his mother, and he loved the world with the love that his mom gave to him. So that's a different kind of love that we're receiving. Yeah, you hear me what I'm saying? He's loving us with the love that he received from his mother. And even though she has transitioned, her love still lives here too. Still lives here too. So when you see yourself writing your words and you hear Brother Chip say, I cannot let down Brother Andre's family, Brother Darius's family, Brother C. Wood's family, Derek Pearson's family, Vic's family, all of the brothers, right? What do you think we're saying when we're writing? I can't let down my brother Chip. I can't let down his wife and his son. We can't let him down either. There's people depending on him too. And as a collective, you heard me say my daughter's on life support. She's on the breathing apparatus. Guys, we're all a breathing apparatus for each other. As Chip is inhaling, I'm exhaling. Brother Dre catching that. He's breathing out the breathing to Brother Dom. Who's breathing into you? When you write on that paper, don't think about the hesitation. To think about everyone, your reason, your why, and your purpose, and let that push you. I cried so hard, guys. And I'm trying not to give away my chapters, theme, peace, be still. You know what I'm saying? I lost my big brother, and I was writing this chapter. I was so amped up off of volume 1, becoming #1 best-selling authors. Never even thought about that, right? That was not a discussion. No one in the brotherhood ever talked about, okay, then we go. God, we were just so excited to be a part of what Chip was on. That was the #1 for us. You know what I'm saying? So when we became #1 best-selling authors, the book #1 on Amazon, multiple categories, that was just like, what? We thought we were already on a high. You know what I'm saying? But who better than to travel that journey with Chip? And so I'm so excited about that. And I'm like, oh my God. Chip was like, yeah, we're going to do a volume 2. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my God, let's go. Let's go. Like, oh my God. But in my excitement, I'm thinking like, man, I poured so much in volume 1. How? What am I? Where am I? What am I writing? What will I write about? You know what I'm saying? Though I have 4,000 words and beyond, just like Brother Dre, but it's like putting it all together, right? So you're scrambling. And God gave me, oh man, some of the greatest contrast that I've ever experienced in my life. Losing my big brother so unexpectedly and so suddenly. God said, oh, you thought it was just about a book? You thought it was just about a title? Derek's assignment here is complete. He's completed his assignment here. And he blessed you even in his transition to be a blessing in volume 2. Now go ahead on and mourn your brother, but how long must you mourn him? And what that means is this: if you want to be successful in what it is that I'm giving you to do, how long will you mourn whatever it is that you're holding on to? I'm not saying forget about your brother. I'm not saying no hurt behind his transition, but I'm saying I want you to turn that contrast into content. And man, like Brother Dre said, the words just started coming. The formula just started coming. The momentum just started coming. The melodic, harmonious flow just started coming. And I thought about my brother, and I wrote about my brother, and I wrote about our relationship, and I wrote about everything that I felt. I just kept it so real. It's when we try to, that's when we try too hard. Let me repeat it. It's when we try to, that's when we try too hard. You see what I'm saying? God have already given us everything we need. But when we try to add on to, you sure about that, God? Man, we need to add just a little bit more salt. You can throw the whole dish away now. You done ruined everything. God gave you every ingredient you needed. He gave you the measurements, and there you go overthinking. There you go trying to add a little bit, just a little bit more, made that pass incomplete. Just a little bit more caused you a flagrant foul. Just a little bit more got you ejected out of the game. Do what he is giving you to do in the way that he's giving you to do it, and everything else will fall into place. So I didn't have to add anything else to the story. I lost my brother. The pain was already there organically. The tears were already there organically. My heart was already racing organically. So when I share this story, guess what your heart going to do organically? It's going to race. Guess what your eyes are going to do organically? They're going to bulge out. Guess what your heart is? Listen, and not because of my story, because it's going to remind you of your story that you're living right now. See, you have a big brother in your life too. Situation, a big brother situation in your life too. That's going to have you breathing heavy. That's going to have you with your fist balled up, tears dropping. Can't believe the shock that you're going through. What is that moment for you right now? And will you let it keep you there? Or will you activate your faith, walked in it on the promises that God has placed in your life? He don't just give us the contrast. He give us the promise along with the contrast. It's a part of it. And everything is a season. So I had to move my face away from the pages as I was writing, because the tears fell throughout the whole time I wrote that chapter. I literally had to duck and dodge, and didn't matter how much I tried to wipe it away, they kept coming. And God saying, son, what you're not realizing is this: the words are the harvest. And the only way the harvest becomes bigger than the seed, you have to water them. Those tears that you're wiping away, they're not going to stop until you complete this chapter. Stop wiping what I'm giving you to write with. Move your head if you must, but stop wishing and wiping the rain away. Stop it. Stop it. That is what is going to carry you through this chapter. It is needed. It is needed. So I had to let that fall. And I'm encouraging everyone that's listening right now, do not take this as a form of entertainment. Listen, do not take this as just four brothers on this podcast kicking it. We are trying to push you. We are trying to provoke you. We are trying to catapult you. Somebody is depending on you to get there. He gave us the problems, the trials, and tribulations to grow the strength in the muscles that are needed to carry what it is that you are praying for. Whatever it is that you're praying for, you're not strong enough to carry it just yet. That problem that he gave you, that's that elliptical. That's that treadmill. That's that diet. That's whatever it is that's needed to get you to where you need to be so you can carry what it is that you need to carry and solidify your foundation for others to build upon you. Guys, listen, you can write whatever it is that you want to write. You just got to put the pen down to the paper and stop. Period.
Man, come on. Man. Hey, got me speaking in short sentences like, man. Hey, and we've done this a lot, right?
Right.
Yeah. Hey, short sentences. Boy. Hey, one more. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Let's go.
Darius, I almost threw my phone at you, man.
Man, let's go.
Man, it's just because, man, I know, man, and we all do, man. And, man, I'm feeding off of y'all energy, man. Y'all pushing me. Y'all are raising me up too, man. Trust me when I say it, man. And that's why I know the value of having your breathing interrupted. Man, that's when we realize just how real life really is. Have your breathing interrupted. I promise you're going to get there. I promise you're going to put a 911 on your life. I promise you're going to move with a sense of urgency. I promise you, if you only had 24 and wasn't promised the whole 24, I promise you, all that minuscule, you're not going to maximize it no more. That minuscule is going to become irrelevant. And your reason, your why, and your purpose is going to become front line. Bottom line.
Shit, man. So good, man. So good. I think too. I'm gonna say this again. I said this a little earlier. I mean, like the power, the power, how powerful that is. Every one of the guys are like that. Just powerful, man. Like doing great things, and those of you that I promise you, you won't be disappointed with checking out the book, looking into it, following every one of the men and their movements and what they do. It's worth the time to do that, to invest in it, invest in the project, because I promise you will not be disappointed. And I'll just tell this little secret about me. I know the guys, I follow them, I kind of put the stuff together. So I've seen the back end of the editing and all of that stuff, but still I go through and I read the chapters and I highlight and underline and take notes because it's that good. And I know, you know what I'm saying? Like I know, and so I think, man, that's just it's a testimony to just again how great the men are. And how great this project is. And so I mean you just got a little taste of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed, man. Sure, after that might as well call for benediction, man. So where can folks follow you, man? Like, where can folks follow the TIOI Cypher, baby? Get some of that impact of influence and get some more of this goodness, because this is only a taste, y'all. Y'all ain't even got the whole darn buffet yet. Like, y'all got a taste. Y'all just got the salad. Like, y'all ain't even got the meat yet.
Come on, man. Let's go. Andre, you want to tell them where they can check you out, brother?
Yeah. First of all, Chip, I thank you for what you said earlier, man. That was cool. And Dom, secondly, that wasn't a salad. That was just the water we just put on you. That
There you go. Yeah. There you go.
I mean, you gave me the menu.
That's awesome, man. Let's go.
Easy, simple as pie. Go to AndreAmager.com. AndreAmager.com. Everything is there. All my links. They can find me on all that. Real simple.
Absolutely, man. First and foremost, Brother Dom, as always, man, it's been a golden pleasure, just to share this time with you, man, just to be of added value to, the huddle that we have here and the huddle that's outside listening, the huddles that are tuning in, everyone that's in the huddle. It's been a blessing to be on Brother Dom's platform once again. So as always, man, our gratitude, our love, our appreciation and respect are all unconditional and truly goes well beyond verbal expression. I extend that, to my brother Chip Baker. I have nothing but love for him. My brother Dre, man, this is truly a blessing. They're truly helping me become better than my best. Each and every one of you are. And so, man, just to have this opportunity to be on this platform tonight, sharing and being obedient to God is a gift, but truly a blessing. So I thank you. I thank you. I thank you, brother. Guys, you can find me. I'm on Instagram under divine_encourager_. I'm also on Facebook, Darius Bradley Sr., parentheses, Divine Encourager. Newly to TikTok as of yesterday. So if you guys are on there, you can find your boy on there as well, Divine_encourager. Almost like Instagram, but only one underscore on this one. And YouTube as well, Divine Encourager. Twitter as well, Divine Encourage 1. So truly thank you guys. And don't just follow me, guys. Listen, bless my life as well, guys. Listen, I want to hear about you guys. We all do. We want to hear about you guys and what it is that, you're putting out into the universe as well. So thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, myself, man. All of my social media is at Chip Baker TSC, as in the Success Chronicles, except for Twitter. And that's at Chip Baker 19. And so on all of the platforms, don't want it to be any excuse for you not to get this positive inspiration and motivation. So whatever your platform of choice is, it's out there. And I just ask that, you would please go follow the men and the impact of influence. Just like I said earlier, I promise you will not be disappointed with taking the time to go through and follow these men and check out their movements and get the book. You know, they're on their site. They have their personal sites where you can go purchase autographed copies from them. I ask that you would go do that and show them some love. And again, you will not be disappointed. And then to Brother Dom, just want to tell you again, man, thanks so much for your support and having us on your platform. Anytime we do anything, like you're right there, supportive, interviewing us, showing up at the tour, purchasing the books, so people can say, yeah, man, I rock with you, I support you, but then don't put actions behind it. But you definitely have and are putting actions behind it. And from the bottom of my heart, man, I truly appreciate it, and I don't take it lightly. So just thank you so much.
Hey, man, I thank you guys, man, and thank y'all for the work that you're doing, man. So you heard it right from the king of all the chips himself, man. Don't just follow him, follow all the brothers in this book, volumes 1, 2, and 50 to come, baby. I'm telling you, man. That's right, because y'all gonna get some gems, y'all. I'm telling you. Just like my man André said, Mr. Resilient, baby. Mr. Resilient himself, Mr. Bounce Back himself. Like, y'all just got the water. Y'all just got the bottle of water. Y'all ain't even got the salad yet for the vegans. Y'all ain't got the meat. Y'all ain't even got dessert yet, man. So if y'all need to get that Bluebell ice cream, y'all need to follow these gentlemen, because that's where y'all gonna get it from, y'all. I'm telling you. I'm telling you indeed. So any parting words before we close up shop, guys?
Yeah, I think for me, man, you know what it is coming from me, and we can all do it if y'all want to. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Go get it. Let's go, baby.
You just got done listening to another powerful, power-packed episode of the Going North podcast. I hope you really enjoyed what you heard. Go check out the guest stuff. It's all in the show notes on the website, dombrightman.com, and also reach out to those that you've just heard as well. And keep going north.